students, let us continue our chapter life processes, and we were discussing about the transportation system. In that we have already discussed two components of transportation system, the blood and the blood vessels. Now the third component, heart, we will discuss about it today. Dear students, heart is just a pumping organ, a pumping machine. Consider your body as a multi-story building. Now in a multi-story building, suppose we have to raise water to the top or to the each and every flat or floor. We need a pump, a centrifugal pump, by which we can push that water to the tank from where it can be distributed to all flats and rooms. Likewise, this building, this body shaped building, if we have to circulate the blood throughout the body, we need some machine, a system which can pump the blood throughout the body, and that is done by the heart. So heart is the pumping organ. Pumping organ which pumps the blood throughout the body. This heart, however, in normal we used to draw like a leaf of a beetle, but that is not the truth. This heart, your heart, is of the size of your fist. This is called fist, and it is just about the size and structure of, very much similar to the size and structure of your fist. Your heart is similar to the size and shape of your fist. Mine is that of mine. Likewise, the size of the heart is about the feet of yours. Human heart is four-chambered, and the blood runs twice in the human heart. So human circulatory system is also called as double circulatory system. That we will discuss when we will go through the system or the topics. Then you will come to understand it better. But let me introduce primarily. Moreover, this heart is made up of special type of muscles called the cardiac muscles. And about the cardiac muscles, what is the speciality of this cardiac muscle, you have learned in the previous classes the last year. So no need to explain it more, it will take our more time. This heart is made up of special type of muscles called the cardiac muscles. The main purpose, the main function of cardiac muscle is to work restlessly. That means it never stops, it continuously works throughout the body, and if it starts, the life will be no more there. So heart is made up of special type of muscles called the cardiac muscle. Moreover, this heart is enclosed by a sac-like structure called the pericardium. Pericardium. This is a sac-like structure. Suppose this is your heart. This is your heart. So this pericardium is a sac-like structure which is surrounding the heart. This pericardium and the wall of the heart is filled with a special type of fluid. This fluid along with this pericardium serves the function of shock absorber. Since our heart, like the brain, is a very delicate organ, it needs protection from external injuries or the shocks. So this pericardium protects the heart from external injuries. Now let us discuss about the heart. I am going to draw a functional diagram of human heart. Mind it, it is a functional diagram, not it is a complete diagram of heart. Let's just see here. This is a diagram of functional heart. That means it is a functional diagram of heart. So don't confuse that our heart is in the shape of this box. No, it is not so. This is only a functional diagram so that I can explain you what is the function and how it functions. See, I am going to draw simply a functional diagram of heart. This is the diagram, a functional diagram of human heart. Now, if you will watch it carefully, you will come to see that this is the fourth chamber. Oh, let me nomenclature it. This is the heart, and these are the atria, and these are the ventria. Okay, this is aorta. This is vein. This is LA. LA, LV, RA, and RV. L stands for left. L stands for left, and A stands for atria or the atrium or the auricular. Likewise, this L stands for left and this V stands for ventricle. Got it? Left ventricle or ventria. This is right auricle or right atria, and this is right ventricle or right ventria. Here are some valves. Mind it, just try to see carefully the structure of valves. These are four type of valves in this figure. In this figure, there are four type of valves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it? There are 6 valves here in this figure. And try to understand the structure of the valve. Here, the valve is outside. That means it will prevent the backflow. Here, the flow is from in to out. Now you can see by the help of the arrow. If you are not able to see, let me zoom it. See. Is it clear now? This is the direction of the flow of the blood, and it is outwards. Here also it is outwards, and the wall, the structure of the fitting of the wall here is to prevent the backflow. That means when this blood will try to flow backward, this wall will close the opening. Here too. Likewise here, one way. These all valves are one way. These all valves are providing one way direction of the fluid, and the fluid is nothing but the blood. Now, what happens? Our heart moves with a expansion and contraction movement, and that movement of expansion and contraction is called as systolic and diastolic movement. Systolic and diastolic movement. Each movement is followed by the other, and after that, a pause of 1 or 2 seconds, or a half and 1 second, and again the system continues. That means you can hear, if you use stethoscope, you can hear the sound of the heart as lub-dub, lub-dub, this way. That means one expansion, contraction, and after that a pause. Again one expansion, one contraction, then followed by a little pause. Lub-dub, lub-dub, this way. What happens when the first contraction takes? This blood is squeezed. This blood is squeezed in the lower chamber and just followed by the second contraction, which is just followed. This is, suppose this is the first and this is the second. Got it? On the second pump, this moves out. Got it? After that, again a pause. This pause lets the blood to get and being collected here. That means the pause gives time for the heart to collect the blood into the arteria or the atrium, and the contraction pushes the blood out from the heart to the vessels. Now this is the aorta, got it? Or you can say main artery. This artery, you can see it is expressing the out movement of blood. That means the out movement, the blood moving out from the body, heart is full with oxygen and it contains oxygenated blood. That means this aorta contains oxygenated blood which is transported to various parts of the body. Here I have written organs. Mind it, I have written organs, not organ. That means different organs, the word. After the consumption of oxygen from by the different parts of the body or the organs, the deoxygenated blood, the blood which is lacking oxygen, is again collected by vein, as you know very well. In the previous classes, when we were studying about the veins and the arteries, there we came to know oxygenated blood is carried out by aorta or the artery, and deoxygenated blood is carried back to the heart by the vein. So oxygenated blood was carried by aorta to the organs, and when the organs have consumed the oxygen, the deoxygenated blood is returned by the veins. Now, when these are returned by the vein, mind it doesn't go to the lower chamber. Here the blood was coming out from the lower chamber, which was the left ventricle, but the deoxygenated blood never goes to the lower chamber. It goes to the upper chamber. Got it? It goes to the atria. After that, it comes to the ventricle. From the ventricle, it goes to the lungs where it is oxygenated. It is mixed with sufficient amount of oxygen, and it comes to the upper chamber on the left side of the heart, which is the left atrium. From where it is pushed to the left ventricle, again from the ventricle it is moved out. Now why? What is the reason? What is the reason again for going this way two times? Because of which it is called a double circulatory system. What is the need? Why don't only once time it can be done? That is because of the complex size of the body. Our body is having a great size, a big size, and since the blood returning from the organs do not have much pressure that it can reach to the different to the lungs or to the different parts, it needs a pressure. To give that pressure, this deoxygenated blood returning by the vein is first shifted to the heart, from where again heart pushes it with the pressure and it moves to the lungs. Otherwise, it would not reach to the lungs for the process of oxygenation. That means the blood would not reach to the lungs, where it can be mixed with the oxygen. So to reach the lungs, because our lungs are on the height, to mix the blood with the lungs, this heart has to get a pressure, and that pressure is provided by pouring it into the heart, from where it again moves with the pressure to the lungs. From the lungs, after being oxygenated, it moves to the heart, the arteria. From arteria, it is pushed on the second thrust and it moves out. Now, this contains oxygenated blood. Got it? Here also that oxygenated blood is going. I am writing oxy blood. Okay? I am writing oxy blood because you can understand what is the meaning of oxy blood. That is the oxygenated blood. This is having deoxygenated blood. Here, these both tubes, both vessels are having deoxygenated blood. Got it? Let me write it here. Deoxygenated blood. That is the blood from which oxygen is consumed and it do not have further oxygen in that. Now, if you see carefully, the left side of the heart is filled with oxygenated. The left side of the heart, this is the left side. Left side of the heart, the both chamber contains oxygenated blood. Got it? On the other hand, the right side of the heart, the both chambers contains deoxygenated blood. Got it? Now see, here are some walls, here are some walls, here are some walls, and all these walls, they have special function. This wall is separating the auricle from the ventricle, the left auricle from the left ventricle. This wall is separating the right auricle from the ventricle. Moreover, there is a partition, the wall between the two compartments, the left and the right. This is called septum. Now this and these walls are named separately as tricuspid and bicuspid. Tricuspid wall and bicuspid wall. Again, there are some more walls which are preventing. The function of the wall is to prevent the backflow. As you have seen wall in the hand pump which are in your household. There is a wall which prevents the backflow of the water so that you can get water whenever you pump it. Likewise, these walls have the same purpose. Moreover, I have explained one wall into the veins which were in this shape and providing the backflow of the blood. The same way, the walls wherever they are, wherever the wall is, whether inside the body or inside the machine, its only function is to prevent the backflow of fluid. It means the liquid or the gas. Fluid means liquid and the gas. So walls are only for the preventing the backflow. Now, dear students, if we say artery, so the first thing which comes in our mind is artery contains the oxygenated blood. Got it? And if we say vein, the first thing which comes in our mind is that the vein contains the deoxygenated blood. But that is not the truth. We simply used to say just to distinguish or identify them, but artery doesn't mean to carry the oxygenated blood, or the vein, it doesn't mean to carry the deoxygenated blood. Then what does it mean? Till now, till today, you are knowing that artery means blood containing oxygen, vein means the blood vessel containing deoxygenated blood. But that is not the truth. That is the second truth. This is the second truth. But the first truth is, mind it, listen carefully. Artery means blood vessels carrying away blood from the heart. Let me repeat it. Artery means blood vessel which carries away blood from the heart. And vein means the blood vessel which carries blood to the heart. Now, if you see here, how many blood vessels are there which are carrying blood away from the heart? This is a blood vessel which is carrying blood away from the heart, and this is another blood vessel, this one, which is carrying blood away from the heart. Got it? Moreover, this is the blood vessel which is carrying blood to the heart. Likewise, this is the blood vessel which is carrying blood to the heart. Now, this and this are artery. Got it? This blood vessel and this blood vessels are artery. However, this artery, the aorta, contains oxygenated blood, and this artery contains the deoxygenated blood. Moreover, this vein contains the deoxygenated blood. This one, are you able to see it properly? This vein contains the deoxygenated blood, and this contains the oxygenated blood. Now, how can we distinguish? It is a confusing one. So, to prevent confusion, these vessels are named separately. Of course, they are called they are given a special name called pulmonary artery. These are pulmonary artery. This blood vessel is named separately as pulmonary artery, and this blood vessel is named as pulmonary vein. Now, if you watch it again carefully, this is vein, but it is carrying oxygenated blood. This is artery, but it is containing deoxygenated blood. Till today, you are knowing that arteries contains oxygenated blood and veins contains deoxygenated blood. But that is not true here. This is, even it is vein, but it is containing or carrying or transporting oxygenated blood, whereas this is vein, this is artery, which is carrying deoxygenated blood. So from today onwards, if someone asks, what do you mean by artery? You will not say that artery are the blood vessels which contain oxygenated blood. In fact, you will say arteries are the blood vessels which carries away blood from the heart to different organ. On the other hand, vein, if someone asks what is vein, you will say vein is the blood vessel which carries blood to the heart. Mind it? Okay. Now, this is called septum. This is called septum. This is tricuspid. This is bicuspid. This is pulmonary vein. This is pulmonary artery. Since this blood is moving twice into the heart, once from here and another from here. Again, once it is going out from here and another from here. So the blood is circulating 2 times. Hence, this type of circulatory system, which is found in human also, is called double circulatory system. That's all, students, for today. We will continue in the next chapter the same topic, and if meanwhile you have any problem, you can consult me directly. Thank you. Have a nice day.